Anderson climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Freeman hits the ball to right field. Shot is gone! Right now the players are having a hard time finding the puck. Stephon Matteau's got it. Matteau set it, taking it. They score! They score! The Rangers have won the game! Batted on. Oh God! Stokely down the sideline. Can they catch him? Stokely! Wow!
Welcome back to the second ever episode of the Sideline Scoop podcast. My name is Parker, and beside me we have Jordan, Leo, Michael, and Eric. And today's episode theme is going to be about Canadian athletes.
All right, so moving on to our top stories segment, let's talk about a Canadian racing legend, Jacques Villeneuve. He's the guy who took the world of motorsport by storm and made Canada proud. His story is a mix of grit, talent, and family legacy. And honestly, you cannot talk about Jacques without mentioning his dad, Guillaume Villeneuve, who is a legend in his own right. Let's dive into why Jacques is such a big deal. Jacques was born in Quebec in 1971, and if you know anything about his dad, Gilles, you'll see where he gets it from. Gilles was fearless, always pushing his car to the limit. Sadly, Gilles' career was cut short when he passed away in 1982 during a qualifying session. Jacques was only 11 at the time. It could have been the end of the Villeneuve racing story, but Jacques took that loss and turned it into motivation. He wasn't just racing for himself. He was carrying on to his dad's dreams. Jacques didn't just show up and become famous overnight. He climbed the ranks in motorsport, but his big break came in 1995 when he won the Indianapolis 500 and the kart championship. That's when people started saying, okay, this guy is a real deal. And then in 1996, he joined Formula One with Williams Racing. His rookie year, nearly won the championship. But the 1997 championship is where it all came together. Jacques went head-to-head with Michael Schumacher. Yeah, that Michael Schumacher, the Formula One world champion. It was a nail-biter of a season that came down to the final race. Schumacher even tried to take him out, but Jacques kept his cool and finished the race. Boom, Canada's first and only Formula One world champion. Jacques didn't just win races, he made Canadians care about racing in a way we didn't before. He gave us someone to root for in a sport that's usually dominated by Europeans. And yeah, things got tougher later in his career with less competitive teams, but Jacques always stayed true to himself. He didn't race for the fame, he raced because he loved it. So that's Jacques Villeneuve, a guy who turned his dad's dream into a Canadian success story. He's proof that with passion and determination, you can make history.
All right, okay. We are going to be talking about Canadian legendary athletes. All right. So, first up, we got Sidney Crosby. Everyone knows Sidney Crosby. He doesn't even really need that much of an explanation. I probably don't even need to talk about it. Sidney Crosby is a legend. Everybody and their dog knows Sidney Crosby. Born in 1987. And their cat. Yeah, and their cat. Born 1987. August 7th, Nova Scotia. He's been playing hockey for his whole life, basically. He's been playing hockey for his whole life. He's like, NHL legend. He's first drafted Pittsburgh Penguins, 2005. And, he's won 3 Stanley Cups, 2009, 2016, and 2017. 2 Olympic gold medals for Team Canada in 2010, 2014. And numerous individual accolades. Like, this guy is, like, he's a legend.
He's built different.
He's just built different. There's not much else I can really say.
He's going to get a statue in every single hockey
Absolute
city.
cinema.
Everyone's heard of the golden goal. I don't even need to go into that. Everyone knows the golden goal. Leadership. He's just, like, he leads his team. Like, it doesn't matter what team he's on. He's gonna uplift all of his teammates. He's gonna make everyone play better. He's an incredible player. Like, I don't even know what else to say about him. Is there even more to say?
Oh, hell no!
Like, I'm pretty sure that gets the point across pretty well. He is an incredible athlete. Every single Canadian should be proud to consider him one of their fellow Canadians, and he's one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Yeah.
Isn't your cottage like?
Yeah. I have a cottage in Prince Edward Island as well, and he's got one on Bryce Beach, and that's like 3 blocks from where I am. I've seen him walking around. It's pretty funny.
I haven't talked to
him. I don't know his autograph. I should have got it.
Bro,
next time I haven't been there. I haven't been to my cottage in like 3 years, dude. He's like,
go back and get his autograph.
Oh, let's see. Okay.
Sell it on
next
eBay
year. I'll just go like camp outside of his house. Right?
Yeah.
Sidney Crosby, can I get your autograph?
Please, I beg you. All right, next up, Alphonso Davies. So he's a Canadian professional soccer player who works
as a left back for Bayern Munich and the Canadian national team.
Plays.
He was born on November 2nd, 2000 in a Ghanaian refugee camp to Libyan parents. He immigrated to Canada at age 5, growing up in Edmonton, Alberta, and he began his soccer journey with local clubs before joining the Vancouver Whitecaps youth system. And he made his MLS debut at 15, which is one of the league's youngest players. So in 2018, he transferred to Bayern Munich, where he has won multiple titles, and he's actually the first Canadian to win the UEFA Champions League and established himself as one of the world's best left backs.
The next Canadian athlete we're going to talk about is Jackson Goldstone. He is a downhill professional mountain biker. He rides for the Santa Cruz Syndicate team. He was born in Squamish, British Columbia in 2004. And he just, everyone knows, like every mountain biker in the world knows Jackson Goldstone. If they have watched any biking whatsoever, they know Jackson Goldstone, like anyone does. So his most, like, the greatest thing he's done, in my opinion, is when he won Red Bull Hardline in 2022 in Wales. When, like...
I don't know if you guys, the viewers, have seen Red Bull Hardline and the videos of people doing it, but it is insane. Like, holy flying fiddlesticks. Like, that is the most insane thing on the planet. Like,
Isn't Red Bull known
if
for,
I
like,
tried to do that, if anyone who tried to do Red Bull Hardline who hadn't been mountain biking for the past 20 years of their life, they'd immediately die. They would immediately die.
Anyways,
half the people
on
who
the
do it die or something.
on the next episode, we're
Let
gonna
people
do the Red Bull Hardline challenge.
He was only 18 when he did it.
If this gets 20,000 views, I will personally fly out and try Red Bull Hardline, then die in the attempt. Die,
We will both
die
attempt it.
warriors.
The episode 3 in show is gonna be like, unfortunately, we have lost
We have
Michael.
lost two.
We are recording this. We are recording this episode from the hospital.
So Michael Hawk, what do you have to say on this? I feel like my leg. I'm on like a stretcher.
Full body cast.
But he is the youngest winner of Red Bull Hardline at 18 years old.
18.
And he won by a significant amount of time, like 6 seconds.
6?
Damn.
Seconds.
I'm not too like.
That's a pretty big difference. That's like.
It's like racing.
Next up, for my segment, I chose Curtis Rourke as my person for a Canadian athlete. And obviously, college football and mainly all college athletics, they're not very big in Canada. And what Curtis has done is pretty amazing. He went to high school in Canada. He became a 3-star recruit. And
Is that good?
Yeah, decently.
Decent.
Decent. And then he went to the University of Ohio. And then he's transferred to the University of Indiana, where unfortunately, he lost in the first round of the college football playoff to Notre Dame, who are actually just won yesterday and made it to the national championship. So congrats to them. And
Congrats.
yeah. And Curtis Rourke, his future, he's going to probably get drafted in the NFL draft, and he's going to probably have a great career. And lucky for you.
So, what round are you think he's gonna get projected into?
Well, personally, I think he's going to be in day 3 of the NFL draft, which is usually around 4 to 7. And with Carson Beck right now, he entered the transfer portal, and I'm pretty sure Drew Aller's coming back. He's probably going to be the 4th quarterback off the board. Maybe even 5th, depending how his combine goes. And, yeah. And fortunately for you guys, the listeners, we got an exclusive interview with Curtis Rourke. Here's another edition of Chatting with Champions with Curtis Rourke, starting now.
What's up, guys? Appreciate you having me.
Quarterback might be the most stressful position in not only all of football, but all of sports. If your coach Kirk Cignetti gave you a chance to play another position, what other position would you play?
I don't know. That's no one's asked me that before. I would probably say receiver, just because of my height and everything like that, and just more familiar with offense and everything like that. So I feel like it'd be something I could pick up on a little the best out of everything.
Our next question. So, according to media in Canada, nearly 8 million people in Greater White North watch college football. As a Canadian player at the college level, what has the support been like from Canadians back at home?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I'm just really happy that the football is becoming a lot more popular and not just for viewership, but also for other athletes that are wanting to pursue their dreams and everything like that. And so being able to play and know that I have a country behind me is awesome. And just really just love making a name for Canada. 'Cause that's my home, and that'll always be something that I'll play for.
All right, thank you. Um, as Canadian athletes aiming to join NCAA programs, they often face challenges such as limited scouting opportunities and differing high school football systems. As a top-ranked high school prospect in Canada, what were the challenges, or if there were any challenges, gaining exposure to U.S. college programs?
Yeah, it was pretty tough getting recruited, even being highly touted in Canada. I struggled to get Division I offers, just being that no one really recruited Canada. But thankfully, my brother was already at Ohio University, and so I was able to kind of get the foot in the door there and really prove myself. But I had to go to a lot of summer camps, a lot of training camps in order to prove myself because the exposure in Canada was really low. But it's good to see now that it's a little bit easier. But I know it's still a little challenge for Canadian athletes.
Good to hear what you had to go through to get into the program. Our next question is, you had the unique opportunity to follow in the footsteps of your brother Nathan, who also thrived in Ohio. How much has his guidance and support influenced your journey? Are there any examples that you have helped you grow as a player and a leader on the field?
Yeah, my brother's been, instrumental in my life. He's been someone I've looked up to. He's gone through a lot of adversity and still does, and being able to see how he responds to certain events and things that happen in his career, it's just awesome to see that and see him persevere through that. And I think, being able to have a brother that's able to go through the ups and downs and be able to see how he's handled it. Like I mentioned, it's helped me in my career. I've suffered a lot of injuries, some adversity moments myself, and be able to see how my brother's gone through that, and I've been able to take that and be able to have a positive outlook and use those strategies in my life and my career. So it's great being a younger brother sometimes.
It's good to hear. You finished your career at Ohio as the program's second all-time leading passer with over 7,600 yards and 50 touchdowns. Looking back at your time at Ohio University, what were some of your key moments or lessons that helped you grow as a quarterback?
Yeah, just kind of just most importantly having fun. That year, that 2020 year when I got a bunch of those records and everything like that, I developed a lot of great relationships on the team, and we're able to just go and have fun and work together and all that. And so the biggest thing in Ohio was the memories and the relationships I was able to build, and not have to stress about every little thing. And being able to know that I got the support around me, and be able to work through everything, and ultimately it led to just a great time, great experience, and a lot of winning seasons. And so that was really, really awesome. And it was something that, I won't forget in my time at Ohio for sure.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. As a quarterback, you play a leadership role both on and off the field. How do you approach building trust with your teammates, and how has that evolved throughout your college career?
Yeah, I would say just know what your leadership type of role is and what you excel at. I'm not the biggest rah-rah guy when it comes to hyping up my teammates and everything like that, but I feel like the best thing I could do and bring to the table is leading by example and being that hardworking guy that's giving effort, day in, day out. And then now we'll be able to feed off my teammates will be able to feed off that emotion and that work that I'm doing. And then just spending time with the guys, being able to develop that chemistry and that trust, like you said, and just the more time you spend with the guys, the more time you can, get on the same page and understand, how we're going to do this and how we're going to approach every game and every practice. And yeah, it's led to success so far.
All right, thank you. With strict NCAA eligibility requirements, including completing 16 NCAA approved core courses in specific subjects and maintaining a minimum core course GPA of 2.3 for Division 1, how do you manage to balance the demands of academics with your performance on the field?
It's all about time management. It's something that I've had to learn the hard way. Uh, Having 6-7 hours devoted to practice and football every single day, especially during the season. You got to balance your time and know when to do homework, when to study for the exam or whatever, and so that each day is planned out well because like I said, during the season it gets really busy. You're not going to want to do schoolwork, and so the bit more you can do it in advance, the better. And then it's a little less load in the off season, but it can still catch up on you pretty quickly. So, yeah.
Thank you. That's very impressive. So being the quarterback for a top 10 team in the country must come with a lot of attention. On an average day on campus, how often do you get recognized or stopped for pictures and autographs? Do you ever find it overwhelming or frustrating?
No, not, I don't get frustrated because it's all very nice and everybody is very supportive and encouraging, and so we would never get mad or upset about that. And I don't go out too much, go out to like in public as much. But when I do, maybe a handful of people that recognize me, but all very nice, and it's just great to know that the team, the towns surrounding the team, and has been just a great influence in all that. So yeah.
Thank you. That was some incredible insight. With the Hoosiers setting several milestones, including the team's first ever 10-win start in the program's history, this season has to be by far the greatest in Indiana football history. What do you think have been the key factors behind the team's success?
I just think that we've kept the same mindset, of 1-0 every single week, and not looking ahead or getting complacent. I mean, it's hard to win Division I football games, and so making sure everyone's focused and has that same goal that we had, week 1, and then now week 13, 14. And it's tough to do that, but we got a great group of guys, great coach that are able to keep us focused and making sure that we're able to come out to practice every day, prepare like we're preparing for the championship, and then go week by week.
All right. So when comparing Indiana and Penn State, both teams have identical records and share a common loss to Ohio State. Indiana boasts a top 5 scoring margin in the nation, while Penn State has faced a slightly tougher schedule. It must be frustrating for you to see the 5 teams separating the two in the AP poll, despite how well you guys have played. Do you think the CFP committee will view the rankings differently or the same?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope we've proven enough, and we'll be able to put a stamp this week as well on the final regular season game to show that we deserve to be in the playoff. I think we worked hard, and we can compete against any team as long as we execute properly. But really just it's out of our hands and out of our control, other than just doing what we can on Saturday. So just really focusing on that. But I do believe that we should be in.
Okay, thank you for the insight. So we know college football is renowned for its intense atmosphere, and playing as a quarterback in the Big Ten means facing high-pressure challenges at nearly every away game. How do you manage to stay composed and block out the distractions of hostile crowds? Are these specific techniques and routines you use to stay mentally focused and prepared during these high-stakes situations?
Yeah, there's a couple of things that I've tried to do, and especially this past weekend at Ohio State when it was 105,000, there and screaming, and just trusting my training, trusting my preparation. The more prepared I feel, the more confident I am, and the less the environment can change you. And so, I just go into that game and be the best I can, knowing that I've practiced, I prepared really well, and that even though there is more noise, it's just like every other rep that I've been doing. And then also just leaning into the noise and the atmosphere. It's one of those experiences that you probably won't ever have again. And so just going in and enjoying it, enjoying the environment, the atmosphere, and just having fun because, even if I have opportunity to play at the next level, I probably won't play in front of that many people again. So just enjoying the opportunity just to play in front of that many people.
Yes, being prepared is definitely very important. So next question, do you ever think about the future and the possibility of playing alongside your brother in the CFL? And has that idea ever crossed your mind?
Yeah, it's something that Nathan and I have always talked about is playing against each other at some point in our life. We've played together, but never against each other. So I don't know if that'll happen, when that'll happen, but it would be really fun to line up and play against Nathan, and because that would just be another added thing to the sibling rivalry. But I don't want to play on the same team as him. I want both of us to succeed, and that would be hard for one of us. So.
Okay.
Curtis, we can't thank you enough for joining us on the Sideline Scoop. Your journey from Oakville to becoming a standout leader for the Hoosiers during one of the most memorable seasons in Indiana football history is truly inspiring. Hearing about the challenges you faced, the lessons you've learned, and your advice for young Canadian athletes striving to follow in your footsteps has been nothing short of incredible. Your story exemplifies hard work, perseverance, and passion, and we know this is just the beginning. Big things are undoubtedly ahead for you, both on and off the field, and we'll be cheering you on every step of the way. Take care and keep the spirit of the game alive.
Till next time.
Moving on, hit or miss. So we got some good game predictions.
Yeah, so first, starting off with the NBA, January 17th, the OKC Thunder versus Dallas Mavericks. The Thunder have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Lou Dort, two of the best Canadian basketball players right now. Who do we think is going to win? Wow,
think.
coughing on the live is crazy.
Sorry, I'm sick, man.
You have to make me think.
I'm researching.
What do you think?
I got the Thunder. The Thunder just came off a 15-game win streak, but they
is
lost to the first-place Cavaliers, but I think they're going to bounce back.
I think
we
I
all,
agree.
we
Does
all
Maverick
agree with
does
that,
Maverick
right?
have a chance?
Because
Do
Luka
they have a
Doncic
chance?
and Kyrie Irving are injured.
No, that's fair. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
What do you think the odds are?
I don't know. I don't track odds for
Yeah, just
basketball.
guess.
Take a guess.
50-50.
Probably like a 3-point spread, let's be honest. It's going to be
okay.
close.
80,
I mean,
20.
the Mavericks just beat the Lakers with like nobody. That was like 2 days ago, I'm pretty sure. And then moving on to hockey, we got Sidney Crosby
Our man.
and the Penguins.
Penguins.
Go at Washington
I don't
against
even
the
wanna
Capitals on January 18th. The Capitals are actually the first team in the Eastern Conference for the NHL standings. So they're popping off. They just beat the Canucks, and we all know the Canucks are unbeatable. So I think
No bias on the Sideline Scoop.
someone
no
call me
bias.
Capitals, they are first in their conference,
I think we
but
gotta go- I don't know. The Capitals are at home. They're actually playing really, really good. Yeah, Pierre Dubois.
Yeah,
He's fit in really well with the Capitals. I think they take it.
I mean,
2-1.
the Penguins are like they're not even that bad.
No,
They have Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, I mean, they got Sidney Crosby. Yeah, I mean,
But like
we were
he's
just
not
talking
gonna
about it.
carry the entire
He-
team though.
He is like an icon.
He's
He's not gonna carry the whole team.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
What
yeah,
was the score
I
last
don't
time
know,
they played?
man.
It's like 4-2 or something.
Again, which game?
The last game they played.
Last game they
Like
played? I don't know.
Pengs versus Caps.
I'm not sure.
I think the Penguins won.
I don't know. But, I mean,
They play on November 8th. The Penguins won 4-2.
Yeah.
yeah. But, I mean,
So-
yeah.
I'd say Capitals.
Capitals.
They're doing
Penguins.
they're having a
Let's say
really good
Penguins.
game this year.
Let's say Penguins.
Split
The Caps?
2-1.
Yeah, I was gonna say Caps, like Strome of Ovechkin.
Are you saying
like,
Penguins
I
only
don't know.
because of Sidney Crosby? Let's be honest.
Yes, bro,
No.
he is.
No, but Ovechkin's only
That's
like
the only
23
one.
goals away from passing Wayne Gretzky, which is like exciting
That's
to see.
true.
Yeah, I
but-
mean,
And he always shows out,
Yeah.
for the big games. Okay.
I'm still going for Capitals, though. I'm going
Capitals.
Capitals on that.
Okay, now on January 18th, we got Alphonso Davies and Bayern Munich against Wolfsburg. Bayern Munich first in the Bundesliga with 36 points, and then Wolfsburg.
I'm going Bayern.
Yeah, down in 11th,
you have
and
to.
this should be a no-brainer.
Sweet.
This is a no-brainer.
100-0. Like,
Yeah.
no discussion.
This is Bayern.
Bayern wins.
Okay, now NFL playoff picture just released, and we're gonna do some Super Bowl predictions.
Ooh. Okay. Detroit had a really good game last year, and this year they have a first-round bye, so I want Detroit to win.
Yeah, Detroit hasn't won a Super Bowl, so.
Yeah. I want them to absolutely destroy Kansas City because of the NFL script.
Yeah.
What do
I
you guys
think-
think?
No biases here on the sidelines.
No
Yeah,
biases.
But like, you know.
Kansas
So
City,
it's
I
all
think
about the
they're-
stats. We're
they're
all down to the stats.
15-2 record. It's obviously fraudulent. I mean, they got some.
Obviously.
Yeah, some
can't
bounces.
be.
They should be
went
at
away.
least 10-7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
debatable, but
No.
that's
Yeah, I really
for
want-
a
I really want
non-sports
Detroit
guy,
to win.
for a casual sports guy making calls, that's very debatable.
Yeah. Very.
I really want
I
Detroit
think
to win,
if
though.
you ask any NFL fan, nobody wants the Chiefs to win, and I think that's the same on this podcast too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't think any of us are gonna pick the Chiefs. I think
Honestly,
we all want a
'Cause
team that
obvious-
hasn't won a Super Bowl to win one.
honestly,
And because
That's
obviously
either
there's no
it's gonna be-
biases here, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's
like,
either it's gonna be the Lions, the Chargers.
I mean, Josh Allen and the Bills, they might beat the Chiefs.
Josh Allen's looked amazing.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
might
he
beat the
does.
Chiefs
And
in
I'm
the
pretty
AFC
sure
Championship.
Josh Allen's gonna win MVP. So
Yeah, it could be.
He's been going off. Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
Even though Lamar Jackson's stats, every single category, Lamar Jackson's better.
Yeah.
But since he's won last year, there's voter fatigue,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Josh Allen's gonna win this year.
Exactly.
Like, it's probably gonna be Bills Lions Super Bowl.
Bills Lions.
I say Bills Lions.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Unless Lamar Jackson pulls off something against the Bills.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, next we talked about Curtis Rourke, so we obviously gotta include some college football picks in this hit or miss segment. We're gonna do national championship picks. So right now, as of recording this episode, Notre Dame has already clinched a spot in the national championship, and then today, which is will be Ohio State versus Texas in the Cotton Bowl. Texas obviously big advantage because the Cotton Bowl is played in Dallas, so it'll basically feel like a home game for Texas. So what do we think? Who will win that game? I think Ohio State's going to win. I just think the form they're in right now, they smacked Tennessee, they smacked Oregon. There's no reason for me to think that Texas is going to be any different. And Jeremiah Smith, he's like the next LeBron James of college football, or football in general. He is so good. He's 6'3". He is a god. He can run routes, he can catch, and yeah, that defense, JT Tuilamolau, and yeah, what do you guys think?
What are they ranked?
They are ranked number 8, but that's because of playoff seeding, and like
Yeah.
the playoff system's very bad because you're giving bye weeks to conference champions, and if you didn't know, this
Jesus.
new 12-team playoff, all of the teams who got bye weeks, they lost.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know. They might change the system, the format, but yeah.
Honestly, I gotta give it to Ohio State because they've won a lot of national championships. So they got the history and they got the good and they got the players.
Yeah,
too.
Ryan Day's job is on the line, so I think he's gonna come out on top.
Oh no, I think I'm gonna have to go to Texas.
You suck.
Yeah.
You know
Why
I'm a
Texas?
part Ohio State fan. Why would you do me like
Why
that?
Texas?
I totally
Why
didn't
Texas?
pick Notre Dame against Indiana.
Yeah.
last
What happened
episode.
about that? What happened about that?
Well, it's because I'm a ball knower and I know what's gonna happen. I predict the future. With that being said, Ohio State's gonna win the national championship, no doubt about it.
Really?
Marcus
Sure.
Freeman,
$100.
Hell nah, $2,000.
4.
Right. 4?
No. 10 grand.
10
10
grand.
grand.
10 grand on the line. Shake on it right now.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. I'm so confident. I watch every college football game.
Shake on
this
it.
is not going in the episode, by the way.
This is shake on it.
This is not going in the episode.
Please do not let this be in the episode.
We do not want gambling in the episode. We do not condone any sorts of gambling.
Do not condone gambling. Anyways, what
Or
are you guys
sports
gonna-
betting.
Anyways,
Yeah.
10 grand. Who's gonna win?
Okay,
Don't
we
do
can
this
pause
at home. 10 grand. Who's gonna win? Like actually, who do you think is gonna win? I mean, you said Texas, so obviously you
Yeah,
know.
you got. Are you gonna stick with them or are you
Like-
gonna go Notre Dame? Because I really think Jeremiah Love. He has a chance to go crazy. He hurdled someone
Chance.
yesterday.
Chance.
What are the chances
What if he
that
gets injured?
Texas gets?
He is injured. He wore a right knee brace yesterday when he was playing
What if
against.
he breaks his head off or something?
What are the chances Texas pulls out?
I give it 25-75.
25-75?
25-75. I think, I don't know, Ohio State has the best receivers in the whole country. I just don't see Texas matching up with them.
That's the only reason you're choosing Texas. It's because it's Texas.
You're choosing Texas because they have a 1,200-pound mascot in Bevo, bro.
Maybe.
That's Bevo right there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, but who do you think's gonna win the net?
But let's be honest. If Eric steps in front of him, he's surviving that hit right there, right?
100%.
Oh, 100%.
Bevo right there.
100%. Yeah. Give me $500 and I'll duel him 1v1.
Where's my wallet?
But who's gonna win the Natty though? Ohio State.
Marcus Freeman, first black coach to make the national championship. I still don't think he can pull it off. And this Ohio State team, they're on a mission since they've lost to Michigan. They can't be stopped.
They can't be stopped?
Yeah, they can't be stopped. They look way too good.
What if they get stopped?
They're not going to. They're so good.
Would you retire if they got stopped?
Yeah, 100%.
Just retire.
Yeah, I'm leaving this podcast.
Episode 3.
I'm so confident.
Episode 3, we regret to inform you that Parker has unfortunately left the Sideline Scoop podcast for unknown reasons.
Unknown medical reasons.
Unknown medical reasons. And that's a wrap for episode 2. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and look out for episode 3 as it will be on the horizon.
We have a special guest coming for episode 3.
Yes, we do.
And remember,
keep the spirit of the game alive!
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Can't hold it, trying to clear it. Ball, shoots, scores! And the catch is made. It's Ryan Williams, still spinning free. Touchdown, Alabama. They answer in one play.